Good morning, Perry High School. I'm Kevin McDougall.
And I'm Taylor McLaughlin, and this is the McMorning Show.
I think all of us were very excited to have a 3-day week this week.
I could agree, Kevin.
This 4-day weekend is what I'm really looking forward to, though. Are you going to be doing anything fun?
Actually, I am. I'm planning on taking a lot of college visits.
Oh, that's really neat. Where are you going?
I'm planning on going to New York, taking a look around. I'm planning on Bowling Green.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just some schools, need to start getting in the process of it. It's draining, but got to get it done.
See, I'm kind of avoiding the college application process as much as possible this weekend and just doing some real R&R, rest and relaxation.
How about a good movie?
I'm thinking about it, actually, and one that I'm actually hoping to see is The Box. It's a movie starring Cameron Diaz, and it's about this couple who is offered the opportunity to press this red button and get $2 million, but they have to kill a perfect stranger.
Exactly.
And
it really relates to us, to everyday people. I mean, what would you do for $2 million?
Yeah. It's a question of ethics and decision making, and it's something that I think is really applicable to everyone, is what would you do? And actually we had a Facebook poll up this week.
We did.
Asking what people would do if they were offered the same situation. And over 34% of you would actually say, yes, you would take the $2 million, press the red button, and have a stranger in the world die.
You would kill a perfect stranger. Can you imagine? There's people walking around in our school right now, Kevin, that would kill a perfect stranger.
Would you be able to do it?
It's sad that it runs through your mind, but I could never do that. You're taking someone's grandma, somebody's baby, someone's cousin. I mean, how could you do that?
Yeah, it's scary. But it's a question of ethics, and everybody's faced with ethical decisions every day. Even celebrities and politicians.
Yes.
Which brings us to a clip that you made earlier this week.
I did. Take a look.
When it comes to ethical decision making, should we only be pointing the finger at teenagers? Ethics is a set of principles on which we make decisions. Right decisions and wrong decisions. Let's take a look at some celebrities and their poor ethical decisions.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never.
Well, thanks for the honesty, Bill.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong.
I didn't see that coming.
Martha Stewart made her way into our lives by her fattening chocolate cupcakes and designer pillows. In May 2004, Martha was jailed for lying about stock sales. I guess it doesn't matter what age you are. Bad ethical decisions happen to everyone. Martha was 63 when this surprising event took place. So how's that jail food, Martha? Michael Vick was arrested in 2007 for running an illegal dog fighting operation. Before this took place, Michael Vick was a starting star quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons pro football team. Thanks, Michael, for being a role model and a great athlete to the youth around the world. Woof woof!
Come on, youth. Let's get real. Just because people we look up to make bad decisions doesn't mean we have to. And that's my 2 cents.
Today we have two very special guests to discuss with us the student body's ethical values. We have Megan Marino, Secretary of the Senior Class.
And the very special Savannah Fox, the President of the Junior Class.
Thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Speaking of ethics and being in school, one of the main things is, what do you think the biggest ethical issue is inside of our high school? Do you think it lying, cheating, gossip, dishonesty?
Definitely cheating, like just on homework. People cheat on tests too. Just there's pressure on a lot of the students to do
good.
Well. Yeah, it's really hard to.
Do you think that's different for the junior class, or is it the same issue?
I think it's the same. I think along with that lying, a lot of people tend to lie or make excuses when it comes to homework or tests.
Do you think that's teenagers in general or just specific to our own school?
Oh, I think every school probably definitely has this issue.
And I think you hit it right on the nose when you said it's because they have so much pressure to do well.
Yes.
That's exactly why they make these decisions.
Right.
There's different expectations now than there was years ago
to
do
I would
better
totally
and
agree.
succeed.
Trying to get, we're the three of us are going through the college application process. You'll be doing it next year. It's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
What do you think the moral standards of our school are? Do you think we have good moral standards compared to other schools? How would you compare us?
I definitely think we do pretty well. We're high up on the list of having good academic skills and achieving, but
Not to say that everyone follows those same standards, because there are students that don't.
Yeah.
And do you guys try to get the word out, don't cheat? I mean, you guys are role models basically to your grades, so.
Yeah, definitely try to tell people to study on their own and know the information before the test comes so they don't have to cheat.
Lead by example.
Oh yeah, definitely. So would you say that's the best way to improve the situation, is just leading by example, or do we hang up more signs that say don't cheat? I mean, what really is the best method to explain to kids that cheating isn't the right way?
It's hard for some people to be leaders, you know. It takes a big person to say, I'm gonna do my own test, and so.
Well, like cheating, it's not gonna get them anywhere because they're not gonna know the information when it comes to more tests and stuff. So they just need to be aware of it's not gonna get them anywhere.
There's a lot of people who share homework,
definitely.
not the ones that are not homework that's turned in and graded, but just homework that teacher make sure you read that section, whatever. There's a lot of times that many people just share that information. Do you think that's an acceptable form because of our workload and that kind of thing? Is that an unethical thing?
I don't think it's a good work ethic, because then you're not learning the information. So you need to learn the skills and stuff as you go, so you're able to achieve on the test.
To a certain extent, but sometimes you can learn from other people, and sharing does help sometimes, but when you're doing it just to save time or
just copying, it's not a good way.
Why do you think kids are so unethical?
Just because of the pressure again, and how much work they do have to accomplish and stress, and they also want to enjoy other things and have time to do other things instead of just homework all the time.
I think kids are too apathetic towards ethics. I think they just don't care.
Yeah,
that's very true.
And you're an athlete. I mean, when you have busy schedules like that, it's not always an easy task to get your homework done yourself and study for those tests.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'd like to thank both of you for being here today and for being such good role models for our school.
Yeah. Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All of us are faced with making decisions on a daily basis. Here's Kevin with more on this issue. Take a listen.
If you still don't believe that ethics are an important part of today's society, let me share a very disturbing story that might change your mind. On October 28th, as many as 20 people watched and participated in a 2.5-hour gang rape of a 15-year-old girl. Instead of standing up and trying to protect the girl, bystanders just allowed for the horrific mutilation of this innocent young woman. If one person had made an ethical decision and tried to stop this heinous crime, the outcome could have been much different. Would you have been willing to stand up against a dangerous mob of criminals if you knew you could make a difference? I feel that teenagers are in the most vulnerable spot. Corrupt politicians, scandalous celebrities, and dishonest leaders surround us. It is a tough world in which to make the right decisions. We are at a turning point in our lives where we develop our philosophies on life and determine the standards for our own personal morals. There are many different routes to take from this point on. The time is now to determine the standard of ethics you set for yourself. Richard Lerner, PhD, Director of the Institute for Applied Research in Youth Development at Tufts University, cites the following ways for each of us to improve our decision-making and ethical conduct. First, practice what you preach and make sure that what you say is the same as what you do. It is also important to keep it real. Always keep life in perspective and don't be afraid to find flaws in yourself. Also, make your life matter. You do have an impact on the people around you, and I bet there are even people who look up to you. So if you don't want to make the right decision for yourself, make it for them. As Russian-American novelist Ayn Rand once said, ethics is a code of values which guide our choices and actions and determine the purpose and course of our lives. Now is the time for you to determine the purpose and course of your life. That is my challenge to you, Perry.